Hi friends, welcome to NetTalks Tamil. Today we are going to discuss about how to configure trunk port in switch. Configuration, let's see before going to the lab. Configuring trunk port in switch, config mode, config T, and then interface. The interface name FA0/5. Here I have given as a sample name as a 0/5. The whatever port you are going to configure as a trunk in the switch, you need to use that particular interface name. Switch port mode trunk. Previously, while configuring access mode, we have seen as a switch port mode access. Here we have to give command as a switch port mode trunk and then exit. See, if you use this command, it will be allowing all the VLANs in the trunk. You want to restrict the VLAN. I have 1000 VLAN, only 10 VLANs I need to pass or 20 VLANs I need to pass. So I need to use the command switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 10. 10 is a number of VLAN ID, comma 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60. How many VLANs you need to allow, VLAN numbers you need to allow, you should add here by allowing this. And then switch, if you want to remove any particular VLAN from the allowed VLAN, switch port trunk allowed VLAN remove 10. For example, you have 10, 20, 30, 40, 5 VLANs you allowed it. Okay, you want to remove among that one VLAN, you need to give this command and remove it. This we'll call it as a in Cisco term, it's a VLAN pruning. Exit. This is the basic configuration of the configuring trunk port and allowing VLAN pruning. Let's see this example. Here I have two switches. Floor 1 switch. This is a floor 2 switch. Here two PCs are there. VLAN 10. Here VLAN 10 PC. Here three PCs are there under VLAN 20, enabling communication between this switch to this switch with to these VLANs. Let us see this scenario. Now VLAN 10 and 20s are there. Now I've been to the switch 0. Show VLANs. Let me verify the VLANs. VLAN 10, VLAN 20 is there. VLAN 10 under that two ports are configured FA0/2, FA0/4, and then FA0/1 and FA0/3 is VLAN 20. It's already configured. To easier identification, let me configure a host name for this switch. Host name floor 1. We can call anything as per our naming convention. Show interface trunk. By giving this command, we can verify is there any trunk port is configured. As of now, we are not configured any trunk port here. That's why it's blank. Now let's go to the switch 1, which is the floor 2 switch. Let me verify here. Show VLAN. Here two VLANs are there. Okay, for VLAN 10, I have not configured a name. By default, name is there. So let me configure a VLAN name also here. Config T VLAN 10 name HRTIM. Here we have configured show interface trunk. Show interface trunk. Here also I have not configured any trunk port as of now, so it is blank. Now let us configure a trunk port. Before that, let us check the whether from PC0 to this second floor switch is they able to ping or not. Let me verify the configuration of this. This is a 10.10.10.1 PC. I'm 10.10.10.12. I'm pinging the 10.10.3 PC. The PC4 I'm pinging it. Ping is not happening here. Ping is not happening. Now let me verify communication between PC1 to PC6. Before that, let me verify the IP of this PC1. 20.20.20.1. Now let me ping 20.20.20.3 PC5. This also not pinging. Now from this switch to this switch, communication is not happening. Now we need to configure a trunk port between these switches to allow both the VLANs. Then only this communication will get enabled. Config T interface, the trunk port which is configured between these switches here, FA0/5, switch port mode trunk. Now in the switch I have allowed as a trunk. Now let's go to the floor to switch. Now if you give the show interface trunk, it is showing as FA0/5. It's allowed with all the VLANs, and this here 1 to 10 20, these are active VLANs in the switch 1. Now let's go to the switch 2, floor switch 2. Show interface trunk, here nothing is configured. Let us configure now. FA0/1, here is the trunk port, FA0/1, switch port mode trunk. Now here also I have configured trunk. Now let us configure the host name as well. In this switch I have not configured the host name. Host name switch floor 2. Floor 2. Okay, we have configured as a floor 2. Now let us do the ping. It's pinging. Now this VLAN communication is happening towards this. Now here also this to this communication is happening after allowing the trunk port. Now let us discuss about VLAN pruning. Here I will now I'm going to restrict access for 20. I'm going to allow only 10 VLAN. Let us go to the switch 0. Config T. Interface FA0/5, which is a trunk port between switch 1 to switch 2. Switch port trunk allowed VLAN add 10. Okay, now only VLAN 10 is allowed here. Okay, then it means okay, rest of the VLANs are restricted. Here 20 also restricted, 1 also restricted. Okay, now I can able to ping PC10 to PC4. Now the PC1 to PC5 communication will get blocked. Since I have allowed only one VLAN in the trunk. This is called VLAN pruning. By default in trunk, all the VLANs will be allowed. Now I have restricted allow only this particular VLAN 10. If I mention as a allow only particular VLAN 10, rest of the VLAN will be get blocked in that particular port. Now let's go to the PC1, the green color VLAN, VLAN 20. VLAN 20 is not pinging here. Now let's allow the VLAN 20. VLAN 20 also got added now. Now this communication will start. Show interface strength if you give, we can able to see in allowed VLAN 10 and 20 is there. Active VLAN 10 and 20 is there. Now let's ping. Now it's pinging is started. See, now I have allowed both the VLANs. If I am configuring in any new VLAN here, I need to allow the same VLAN here. In this sample configuration, I have allowed every VLAN pruning and switch one itself, floor one. I have not restricted anything here. Okay, in live scenario, we need to configure both the side. That is a best practice. If I am allowing here 10, if I am not allowing here 10 means it will get blocked. Here, if now it's open trunk. I am doing restriction at switch one side. See here, it is everything is allowed here. These are the active VLAN now. If you add a VLAN 30, that switch 2 also that will get added. In floor switch 1, only 2 VLANs are allowed in the trunk. So it is showing VLAN 10 and 20. If I'm creating one more VLAN and allowing means it will show as a 30. Whatever the VLAN number I'm creating, that will get reflected here. So the show interface trunk, by giving that, we can see which is a trunk port configured from the particular switches. So the VLAN 1 is a default VLAN which will be enabled in all the switches by default. To verify the trunk, we should use the command show interface trunk. In this scenario, the two switches I allowed the two VLANs. Okay, this switch to switch connectivity we'll call as a trunk port. Okay, in physical layer technology, it is a uplink. When we are enabling multiple floor to floor connectivity, we should call it as a uplink. When different devices are connected, it's a device uplink. See here, we have configured one single trunk link. In upcoming videos, we'll configure with the two uplinks how it works. Hope this video makes you clear about trunk port. Thanks for watching the Talk Tamil. Please like it, share it, subscribe it. If you have any doubts, please drop your doubts in comment box. It will be addressed in upcoming videos.